So we'll head back the way we came, and then if it doesn't loop around to this place, we can always come and investigate it later. And we'll focus on the quest first. Okay. Alright, we're back where we were before. So I'm pretty sure we're meant to be going through this way, which will... Well, that's not very nice. In case you're wondering about how basically resource management works in ESO, it's very non-intuitive. Light attacks do more damage, heavy attacks restore resources. So, heavy attack, get your stamina back. Light attack, do more damage. No way through there, so... Oops, didn't need to do that either. That was me throwing down a Dawnbreaker unnecessarily. But yeah, light attacks like this, more damage. Heavy attacks will give me... so if I was doing it with a magical weapon, then I'd be getting magicka back. I'm using stamina weapons though, so I get stamina back. There are other ways to get returns on resources as well. As a Nightblade, for example, we get that, for example, which is quite handy. Politics of the Reach. For those who want to read it. I really need to cough, so just give me 1 second. And I'm back. So what's going to be the horrible thing? Some sort of void beast of Nimira? Or what? Then I'll be Falmer, because I'm not very intimidated by Falmer. Thank you.
The tales were true. Silver. I'll send crafters down to carve it out, once we deal with the rest of these metal beasts.
Okay, so there was silver here. Well, that's something then. All these things like bone and molybdenum and star metal, they're all and flint, they're all star materials, so they're pretty handy to have lots of those. because it allows me to craft things. Great lock-picking heist. That's what we're doing here. And so this terrible, horrible thing's lady, what's her face? I'm not going to be very impressed. Because she's not a terrible, horrible thing. She's just a bad liar. That's all she is. And a vampire. And kind of a jerk, by all accounts. Even Radha al-Saran doesn't like her. At least that was my impression.
I hear something wailing and scratching at the walls. There's darkness all around.
There. That must be the Arxan keystone.
Horrendous. So it's true. You are alive. Nevertheless, the keystone is mine.
I told you I saw him, skulking around Markarth. He's not as impressive as it led me to believe.
Enough, Lilane. Take the keystone. My Verandis would give chase. This pathetic creature. I don't know what it will decide to do.
Radha, you must listen.
Excuse me.
There's still time to make things right. Radha? Radha!
Damn it! The lane took the keystone. And that priest is standing in our way.
Not for long. So it didn't really do much. Let's see what we got from our event. Already got that one. Have a gravestone, okay, I guess. Okay, on our way into the caverns we go. No sensible person would want to go into Blackreach. It's filled with giant spiders, giant earwigs, and blind elves who really like poison. Why would anyone want to go down there? Madness.
I don't hear any clanking behind us. I think we're clear. Curse the lady. I thought if we could acquire the keystone, we could finally get the upper hand. I'm tired of snapping at the heels of the Grey Host. I want to go for the throat. Maybe, but you have to go alone from here, Harrier. There's a fork in the path, and we need to go our separate ways. At least for a while. There's something down here. A darkness. Like leeches in a pond, takes little bites of my soul. I need to get back to the surface. I need to see the sky, feel the wind on my skin. I'll rally the warriors and start preparing for the fight to come. Protect your heart, Harrier. This darkness will eat at you too, if you let it. Keep an eye on Verandis, Harrier. Radha al-Saran was toying with him. He's got plans for your friend, I think. It's hard to explain. Most witchcraft is. Imagine a boulder. Heavy, solid, huge. Now imagine some grinning bastard lowering it onto your chest. Slowly at first, but it starts to crush you. Little by little, it becomes harder to breathe. Aye. It feels like a wet rag sliding down my throat, choking the life out of me. I'll manage. But you need to stay wary. All of you. whatever it is, it's like a black pit at the center of a sour fruit. I don't think it belongs in this world. Dwarf magic is hard to hold. It's so clean, no straight angles, no frayed edges. So natural is what it is. The keystone might open a door, but more than that, it's eager. It doesn't just want to open, it wants to activate something. I'll send crafters to gather some. We'll fashion it into weapons, arrow tips, coated blades. We have a few metalworkers in the clans. Use what's on hand to survive, same as always. Silver hurts the Grey Host, so we'll work with silver.
Okay, looks like I'm off hunting down in here. Looks like this might be the way to go. Okay, this is a fairly large area.
Think this through.
No, they slipped the noose once. That's not going to happen again.
Alright, what's going on around us?
My friend, I thought I could catch Rada and Lady Belaine. Convince him to... Anyway, I'm sorry I failed us. They acquired the keystone and escaped across the river toward that dwarven structure in the distance. Unlike Gwendis, we can't rush off without a plan. Clear heads will win the day, mark my words. This contest is far from over. With a fresh trail to follow and new allies at our side, victory is closer than ever. Much of that is because of you. This must be Blackreach. I've read the legends, but I never thought it was real. Stories hardly do it justice. Perhaps one day I'll have an opportunity to explore it more fully. For now, we have work to do. Are you still with me, my friend?
Nope, I'm giving up right now. Heading back home. Had enough.
Ah, the keystone. What is it and how is it connected to that dwarven structure? Why are they so important to Rada and Lady Belaine? Perhaps they seek to harness some sort of dwarven sorcery? Well, regardless, we can't allow them to achieve their goal. Yes, but we need to proceed with caution. We don't know the purpose of the keystone. We don't know what they plan to do with it. That said, we are not without our own talents. We can overcome any obstacles and find a way forward. Always do. I'll meet you across the river. Together we'll find a way to enter that ruin. Seeing Rada again. We opened many old wounds. He wasn't always the villain. At least, I like to think he wasn't. Fool's hope is a dangerous thing. Conflicted. I suppose you could say that. We were friends once, partners, in a great and noble undertaking. And then Rada changed. Maybe it was me. Who can say? He betrayed what we believed in, and then he died. Or at least, I thought he did. Without a doubt, Rada's plans, whatever they are, will prove catastrophic to the mortal realm if allowed to proceed unchecked. I hope I can talk to him, appeal to his better half, and make him see reason. If not, I'll do whatever I must to end this. We have the ability to mask our condition from mortals, but it takes a powerful vampire indeed to hide from another one of our kind. As much as I hate to admit it, Belaine fooled me. I can tell you this, she's unlike any vampire I've met before. All vampires carry the stain of Molag Bal. It's the inescapable reality of our condition. But Lady Belaine, I sensed something else inside her. A vacant darkness. Still, if I can speak to Rada, perhaps we can settle this without bloodshed.
Is she? I mean, we're getting a lot of darkness and void metaphors here, which is really sort of making me think Namira. Does Namira ever run vampires? I mean, I could kinda see it, but
I was able to study the keystone briefly before Rada and Belaine snatched it away. It's a faceted stone bound by a metal band, obviously of dwarven design. I'm not a Dwemer expert. The keystone could have 1,000 different uses.
Tiredness is catching up with me. I am interested, but I'm starting to feel the tiredness a little bit now. I will persevere and carry on, but I just thought I'd let you know.
It shares some similarities with alien Welkin stone, but as far as I know, the aliens and dwarves had little to do with each other. It's puzzling. Magic stones often serve as power sources, as well as keys and even weapons.
And again, alien Welkin stones are formed from metal from meteors, as I recall, sky metal. And sky metal is fused with ethereal power.
I reached that same conclusion, my friend. Get over there and find out, shall we? If the opportunity presents itself, perhaps I can get Robert to see reason and abandon this destructive course he's set for the Grey Host.
I mean, if we're dealing with ethereal matter and stuff that comes from space, what's the, think about this for a moment, the void, the darkness. Is that a metaphor for the bits of space that are not the stars?
Meet you outside the ruin, my friend.
Just putting that out there as a possibility. This is a great Dwemer room, though, huge. Well, that's a problem. Doesn't look like there's any bridges across though. So I think I'm just gonna head down. Go away, Skeever. Well, that's not very nice at all. What's this over here? Is this Crimson Known route? It is. It's my Crimson Known route. You can't have it. Okay, so how do we get up now that we've crossed over? We just go up along this way, I guess. Enjoy your mushrooms. There's a Falmer camp? It sure looks like it. Yep, there's a big old Chorus down there. We will take the Chorus out because the chance of a Chorus egg is nice. Wait, what's attacking me? You? Okay, and we get exactly 0 Chorus eggs out of that. Not that they're terribly useful, I just would like them in case they become more useful in the future. Because you never know. Ooh, torn cloth. Yeah, okay. Thought I detected something there, but apparently not, so we will continue on our way. It's a very bright interpretation of Black Reach, I have to say. But I noticed that with in Greymore as well. There's a lot of light. Of course, I could be skewed in my perception to such things from playing Skyrim with super dark lighting mods and things, realistic lighting. So there's nothing to illuminate something. It's super dark. That's what I'm used to. In fact, I might just make a switch over to something else, but I don't know. For my next playthrough, I might bring it on. I was thinking of using Vivid Weathers instead. I know there is a darkness option in that, but it's nowhere near as dark as Enhanced Lighting and Effects, for example, which is my that's the one I tend to use. Not always, but a good amount of the time. That is my lighting mod of choice. I do like it for the special effects it has. On spells, on ice, other things. Hey, look, it's a weird darkness. Well, that doesn't seem right.
There you are.
Can we talk about this weird glowing thing of darkness? Can we?
This is where Rada and Lady Belaine entered the structure, but I can't find any way to open the doors. I suspect this may be why they needed the keystone. Good question. Let's look around. Not all of the ruin remains intact. Portions have crumbled over the ages. Perhaps we can find a path through the rubble. Just be cautious. I've seen both constructs and shadowy creatures prowling this room. The constructs are dwarven and expected. The shadows, some sort of being made of inky darkness, quite unsettling, potentially dangerous. Something unusual taken hold of this place.
The other reason I suspect Namira and not Nocturnal is that we already had a DLC where Nocturnal was the villain. Somerset, and Clockwork City to an extent. So we don't really need to worry about her for the moment, I think.
Reach magic strikes me as wild and unpredictable. Arana clearly shares a strong connection with the ebb and flow of the spirits, though. She might have sensed these creatures, but I suspect something else caused her distress. The source of these shadow beings, these shades, I sense a corruption, a void. The longer I'm close to it, the more I suspect it may be the very thing that drew Rada and Lady Belaine here in the first place. Stay alert, my friend.
Also, the corruption they keep mentioning makes me think Namira.
I wish I could say for certain. I've done precious little reading on dwarven ruins. I do seem to recall the name Arkzan being connected to a university, library. This place does have a sort of academic look to it, don't you think? I've seen nothing dwarven in their manner or appearance. Dwarves were meticulous scholars. Their constructs, their architecture, everything was precise and controlled. These shades are like wild animals. Whatever spawned them cannot be dwarven at all.
Okay then. Ooh. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with this, because this is just kind of sitting there and no one seems to care about it. It's just sat there doing its thing. Okay. Oh, they're fighting the automatons as well, I think. Yeah, they are.
That door is clearly locked. That strange energy. Wait. Is there something on the floor?
We've reached the ruins that Lady Boleyn calls the Library of Markarth, so it doesn't look like a library to me. Boleyn's obsession with awakening this dark relic concerns me. I think centuries of isolation have taken their toll. The relic's presence seems to have created some strange energy pockets. Lady Boleyn claims people harness the power of the energy to move short distances to reach otherwise inaccessible locations. The Ashen Lord has tasked me to investigate this phenomenon further, as it could be of great benefit to the Grey Host. I shall do my best to confirm the application of these void portals. I will be cautious, however. I have seen what happens over time to those who draw sustenance from the darkness here. It is no way to live. I understand this alliance with Lady Boleyn is necessary to the Grey Host's goals. We cannot become entrapped in her madness. Pentarch Siverns. Alright.
That parchment appears relatively fresh and intact. What does it say? Library of Arcthzan. Interesting. I assume a dwarven library houses more than simply books. Anything else of pertinence written there? A dark relic. That sounds ominous. And quite likely related to the darkness that Arana sensed, and I now feel as well. That could be the source of these shades. Anything else? Void portals, a dark relic resonating power, and strange shades. We can't let any of this fall into Rana and Lady Boleyn's hands. Let's see what we can find on the other side of this structure.
Okay, off we go. Following the marker on the map. Well, that's not. No, nothing this way. We have to go the other way. You know what I haven't seen so far? A single treasure chest anywhere. Expect some greedy buggers snapping them all up. Okay, you got that one, that's fine. Okay. Oh, we got lots of void portals over here.
Such destruction, and not the slow decay of time. Something terrible happened here.
Ah, there it is. The others have long gone in search of the Arkansas Keystone. Lady Boleyn and the Ashen Lord needed to access the library. I need to learn more about this energy, though. The silent emptiness of these ruins is a perfect environment to conduct my research. No one to disturb me but mindless constructs and these strange twisted shades hiding between pockets of energy in the blink of an eye. Lady Boleyn seems to be able to use these void portals. Surely I can discover the secret for myself. Despite Lady Boleyn's guarded secrecy concerning the dark relic, I have made a breakthrough. Upon examining the concentrated energy in the ruins, I discovered small pieces of a shard-like material that seems to originate inside the darkness. Each shard has a heaviness to it, almost as if force was pulling outside objects into itself. If I concentrate, I can feel the same pull in the surrounding energy pockets. Each shard seems to seek to return to the energy it surely emerged from. I wonder what will happen if I approach one of the energy pockets with it. Another discovery. I approached an energy pocket with a shard, and the secret became apparent. As I got closer, the pull became stronger. Suddenly I felt what can only be described as a slipping, as if I tripped and fell, not down, but sideways. Looking around, I realized I was somewhere new. I had been pulled with the shard through the energy to this new location. Harnessing the energy has opened the long sealed doors of this ruin to me. Perhaps we will not need the Arkansas Keystone to enter the library after all. At least not to get inside the structure. Knowing Lady Boleyn, the Keystone has another function that she has yet to share with the Ashen Lord.
It's a strange looking shard.
I'm gonna take it.
Another note, a strange shard. What do you think, my friend? Interesting. The shards remind me of something torn from the darkest corner of oblivion. As unsettling as that object is, I think we should hold on to it, especially if we can use it to navigate the void portals. I suggest you try to use a shard to propel yourself through one of the void portals. The risks are significant, but if we can turn these strange pockets of energy to our advantage, we have to attempt